Senator Bernie Sanders taking his socialism to the home of one of America's great capitalist success stories. Facing off against the Walmart CEO at the company's shareholder meeting, the 2020 candidate visiting Walmart to stump for minimum wage increases, among other things.
One might think that a family worth $175 billion would be able to pay its employees a living wage. You can't pay rent. You can't get health care. You can't feed your kids or put gas in the car on $11 an hour.
We've moved up our starting wages in the U.S. by 50% in the last 4 years, and we continue to adjust up on a market-by-market basis to recruit and retain the talent we need to run a good business.
So the Walmart CEO defending the company's changing policies, citing salary and hourly wage increases, noting Walmart paid out $793 million in bonuses to those same workers last year. He also says 57% of promotions went to women, another 45% to minorities. So our President Trump and one of his biggest critics, Senator Bernie Sanders, actually closer on the issue of Walmart and American workers than it may appear at first blush. Well, let's turn to Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall and the co-author of the conservative case for Trump, Brett Decker, to discuss. Great to have you both with us.
Hi, Shannon.
Okay, so
Good evening, Shannon. Great to be on.
We're great. Glad to have you. All right, here we will start with, you heard a little bit from the senator there. Here's one of his tweets. He says, "I've said it before, I'll say it again. It is outrageous that the Walton family makes more in 1 minute than a Walmart worker earns in a year. It's not radical to end taxpayer subsidies for this wealthy corporation and have it pay its employees a living wage of $15 an hour." Brett, does Walmart want to pay $15 an hour? I mean, they've upped the quotient there. They say, yeah, we do need to increase the federal minimum wage, but maybe they have different reasons for that.
Yeah, it's interesting. The Walmart CEO recently has endorsed the idea of Congress raising the minimum wage. And what he's really doing is he's trying to put pressure on his competitors, especially smaller businesses that can't afford it. Walmart, right, they have a lot of money. They can pay people more. What I think is interesting about Bernie doing this is, right, if Senator Sanders, I love it when these sort of millionaire socialists point fingers at other people for being rich. But, you know, if Bernie really wants to help wages of working Americans, he should help the president with dramatically reducing immigration, because nothing depresses wages like millions of illegals undercutting the price of labor across the country. So, you know, I think Bernie needs to look in the mirror a little bit too. And then Walmart, right? They're the largest employer in the United States. They're the largest employer here in Ohio, where I am. But thousands and thousands of their employees are on food stamps. So it's not easy to defend them as this paragon of corporate virtue or anything. But I think anytime Walmart says anything, you have to look at, you know, what is behind this, because they're basically they're basically the distribution agent of China in this country, right? If you do the China test, go to Walmart, pick up anything, and it's going to say made in China, made in China, made in China. Well, you know, why don't they buy more stuff sourced here? Yeah,
let me bring Leslie in, because, I mean, that's something President Trump has been very much about the American worker. Let's make more of that happen. And you have folks coming at Walmart from the left about, yeah, let's get some of this product from China off the shelves. Why don't we use more American companies? But Leslie, you know that when Senator Sanders goes after things like this, people say to him, like, yeah, you're a millionaire. You've got 3 houses. Why are you the one to be leading this conversation?
Well, quite frankly, I agree with you. I've always said, you know, he's not this, you know, poor outside of Washington hippie, and I was saying that when I was supporting his competitor Hillary Clinton back in 2016. But right now, and you got to give him credit for this, I mean, Bernie Sanders sounded radical when he talked about Medicare for all, and specifically the fight for 15. The fight for 15 is embraced by both left and right. Every single Democrat running for president embraces it. The Democratic Party considers it normal now, if you will. And I like the fact that he's standing outside with these workers. 2 years ago, Walmart workers, Walmart employees had food drives. And the other guest here is correct. I mean, there are people that are working at Walmart trying to feed their families and put food on the table, and they're having to get assistance. That's just not right, especially when income inequality is so high and such a big issue, as we saw in not just the midterm election, but in many areas where Democrats took over seats in red districts. So this is an issue that's not just on the left, and it's really not even a socialist issue, although people want to say it is. It's an issue of fairness to many Americans who feel that the people at the top aren't paying their fair share and the people at the bottom are getting a raw deal.
Okay, so you mentioned the issue of a minimum wage at $15, which some American companies have gone to voluntarily. It's certainly not something that has gotten enough traction at the federal level yet. Something Bernie Sanders talked about today. I thought it was very interesting because I was digging around. Seattle obviously was one of the pilot places where they passed this and did this. In a Washington Post article in June of 2017, they cite a study by economists at the University of Washington under the headline, "A very credible new study on Seattle's $15 minimum wage has bad news for liberals." They say some employers have not been able to afford the increased minimums. They've cut their payrolls, putting off new hiring, reducing hours, or letting their workers go, the study found. Brett, just a quick comment from you on the viability of that happening federally.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of what people forget about the federal minimum wage is states vary from place to place. So the cost of living is a lot more expensive in Seattle than it is, say, in Mississippi. So thinking the federal government can fix everything is always a mistake. A lot of times you need to let states handle this and apply these laws and regulations to what makes sense in their localities.
Yeah, and they can see closer to the actual heart of the matter with these employers, how it actually plays out. All right, Leslie and Brett, come back, because we're going to keep talking about this and Senator Sanders as the campaign continues. Thank you both.